Do you need inspiration to build your next website project or to level up your skills? Well, in this series, I review beautiful websites, and today we're going to take a look at a beauty named Movia. Hello, I'm your host Kaycinho. I'm a digital alchemist, and today I want to welcome you to episode number 2 of Website Inspiration with Kaycinho, a series, as the name mentions, that I hope will inspire you to up your game and create beautiful websites, whether for your own project or if you create websites for a living. Now, in today's episode, we're going to take a look at a gorgeous website that I stumbled upon and saved in my note-taking app. So these are websites that come from my own research, but if you come across beautiful websites, just let me know in the comments and I'll pick and review the best ones. Now, one very important point is that this series is about inspiration. It's not about stealing other people's work. So give credit where it's due and be ready also that people get inspired by your work. But the way I understand inspiration is that I would get inspired from a lot of different sources: website design, graphic design, paintings, pictures, movies, and the nature itself. And then I blend it all together, put it on a giant mood board, try to get a feel for what I'm trying to achieve. Then I will add my own touch to it. So I encourage you to follow this series with that spirit in mind. Okay, so meet Movia, and the website is movia.be. It's not in English, obviously, but it shouldn't be a problem for you to follow along it. Sometimes it's actually even better because you're not going to focus on the text too much, and you're going to look at the design and try to understand why it's a nice design. So here we are on the home page, and the first thing that you notice is that yes, it's using kind of a slider. Usually I don't advise using sliders, but here it has some use actually. As you will see on the website, they have various parts, and they use different color codes for the various parts of the website. Now, Movia, they call themselves the movement therapists. So even though it's not in English, you can see sport, paramedical, then perineology. I have no clue if you say it like that in English, well-being, and piscine is swimming pool. So basically, they have different color codes for the different parts of the website, and it starts right here. Now, the first thing you notice here is the mouse parallax. It's actually quite nice. It brings some subtle animation and interactivity on the page. Now, one thing I'm quite impressed with is if you look at the circles here, they go behind some of the photo elements. So it's definitely easy to do that in Photoshop, but doing that on the website live in a slider is something different. So I would really like to go and look behind the scenes how it was done and replicate it. So that was the first element. Now, one thing I'm wondering, this is the homepage and there's not much text. So SEO wise, I'm wondering what the impact will be and what techniques they've used to find a solution for that. But today we're discussing about website inspiration, so we're going to move on. The first thing we're going to check is the navigation. So if we go here, once again, the color codes interactivity is really nice. See, when I mouse over sports, we have this pink, reddish, orange color. Then I move to paramedical, it turns green. Then the next one turns pinky, and it's all about giving birth, basically. I suppose you don't understand unless you speak French, but it's about yeah, giving birth and everything related to birth. Here we have well-being with another color, and then we have swimming pool, and we have another color. So that's the first thing that I really love. It's really well thought. Now, one thing I don't like that much. It's not that I don't like it, but the navigation here is really nice, but I didn't see it first because I was so focused on all the information because there's a lot of information. And one thing that this website does really well is to pack a lot of information and make you think that it's really a simple website. But once you open the navigation, because of the color codes and all the navigation elements that you see here, I kind of didn't see that navigation here on the right hand side. And the issue is when you first land on the website, if you're not familiar with Movia, you may not know what it is. Is it sports? Is it medical? What is it all about? You know, is it a gym? and then you want to know more about it. And first, I didn't find it, so it was a bit frustrating. But then I noticed here, so maybe it's just me, but I'm giving you my impressions. And then I was looking for a simple explanation of what is Movia, and then they have philosophy here. So I guess it was like an about us. Um, and when you click on it, you go to a page where they explain the philosophy, and once again the page is really nice. Design wise, this website to me is really beautiful. But there's a lot of text. Yeah, it's not that I'm so lazy that I don't want to read, but let's face it, when you're looking for something, and you're on the desktop, most of the time if you're like me, you have 30, 40, sometimes 50 or 60 tabs open in the browser. So it's not that I don't want to take time to read, but if I spend 2, 3 minutes figuring out what each of the 50 tabs I open are about, it's going to take me hours. So I really want to scan. That's what people do. If you look at heat maps, where you see where people look at a screen when they land on the website, people are going to scan. So I'm missing really a few titles, or bolder statements that let me know if this is for me or not. Do I want to commit and spend more time on the website, or maybe it's not for me? So yeah, that's something I would have changed. But for the rest, I mean, it's beautiful. Even this website, look at that. It could be if it was about us, then you had a title here that said what it's all about. Then you move down. Well, obviously, you have the arrow here. It could be slightly bigger, or it could be a bit more obvious, but it's there, so it's good. And then when you start scrolling, you see that footer banner here where you can just click and it will open FaceTime, or if you're on your phone, it will dial in the number. So that's really, really nice too. Design wise, I like how they used at the same time the verticality and the width of the page here with the picture, and the format of the picture is really nice on a wide screen. And when you watch this website on smaller screens, then it's also nice. So it's really well thought if you think in terms of responsive web design. So I kind of really dig that. So like the footer, it's really minimalist, and if you know me by now, you know I love minimal design. So that's really nice. Okay, so let's move to sports. Okay, and then let's move to the first item. So once again, beautiful images. I don't know if it's stock images or um, they use the service of a professional photographer, but the infography, I mean, it's beautiful. It's really consistent with the rest of the design. And okay, you're in the sports section, and you could land on any page. You would know you're on the Movia website. It's really, really nice. I love the font, and I love the font combination of a hairline weight here with a bold weight. Maybe I would have put this text here slightly bigger, but not too much. But even like that, it's really nice in my opinion. I like that. That's what I was talking about. If I want to scan the page fast and see what it's all about here, I can see one sentence and then assess if it's for me or not. Do I want to stay on this page or not? Once again, I like the I like the picture. I like the ratio of the picture. It's really nice. And here you have this block. It's really modern, really trendy, where you have blocks in a non-symmetrical design. And we've talked about that previously already. If you've seen episode 1, and you're going to see a lot of that in a lot of websites because that's what's trending now. Who knows for how long? Okay, let me show you something. If you go to the swimming pool, then aqua fitness and aqua gym, once again color code. So still this branding consistency. And talking about branding, I think the logo is just beautiful, in my opinion. Really simple. To me, a good logo is a logo that you can, what you see it, for a few seconds, a few minutes, and then the next day, if I ask you, can you replicate the design on a sheet of paper? I give you a pen. Can you do it? You know, if there's one element you can remember, here is the double O. Maybe you won't be able to replicate exactly the logo. But if there is an element that you can remember, it means that you've identified and it's in your brain, and that's what you want with your logo. And especially with typographic logos, it's not that easy. But at the same time, if it's made by someone really creative, then he or she will find something that people will remember. And then when you see it, you know it's that brand. Okay, so what I wanted to show you on this page, it's here. If you look at the team, well, the first thing is they have a placeholder image, maybe for people who don't want to be seen on the website because they have concerns for their privacy, or maybe they are interns and they're not going to stay long. But if you look at the staff members, what I like is when you hover, you see they have this hover picture that put the staff in the situation. It makes it instantly fun, instantly you have a good perception because without them saying, yeah, we treat our staff well and people love working here and we treat people well, just one picture and a hover shows you, okay, they're different, especially when I talk about the medical world. The medical world, when you just say medical, it sounds so serious. And here it's like they look professional, but it looks like they can have fun too. So if you're looking for those kind of services and you compare this website to other websites where it's all, a really sober website and really boring, um, instantly, you know, you may feel like, yeah, I want to come back to this website. I want to see what they're all about. And so the people who made this website, I suppose it's an agency. Um, well, congrats. It's really nice. I don't know how many times I've said that in that episode. It's really nice, but also it's consistent and it goes further than just design. It goes further than just, yeah, design candy. Basically, you can see there's been a reflection about what they're trying to do on this website and the perception they want to give on the website. Now, finally, let's have a look at the blog. There are many more pages on the website, but I will give you the link and you can go and have fun and look around yourself. But I just wanted to show you the blog because I think it's, once again, beautiful, really nice. Here, obviously, it's some stock pictures, but you can see that they've put some work into this. And it's not the case for all websites that we see out there. And I think you'll agree with me. So I'm just going to open this blog post so that we can see what a single page looks like. And it's consistent with the rest of the website. Full screen image with a nice overlay so that you can read the text. I mean, right here, everything makes you want to read the rest. The picture is enticing. The text is beautiful. I mean, the typography is beautiful. The text is clear. The only regret I have is that, in my opinion, this is too wide. It's a known fact that the wider the text is, the harder it is to read. And that's why in books, you see we have a narrow format because it makes it easier to read. And yeah, that's the only thing I would say about this page. And usually I'm all about full width design, but in this case, yes, I would have used a narrower layout just for the text part. I would have kept the full width for the image, but just right here, I would have made it narrower. So now let's have a look at how it looks on a mobile. So on a mobile device, well, here I'm using the inspector from Chrome, so I'm not on a real mobile device, but it's pretty close to reality. Apart from, of course, the mouse parallax, you feel right at home. I mean, from the first screen, it looks like you're in a native app-like experience. So let's click on the navigation. And here, obviously, they cannot play with the hover features, so they had to use the colors here in different blocks. So if you land here on the first time, on the mobile, I mean, on the mobile version, and you haven't seen the desktop version, it could be a bit overwhelming with all the info they have on the website, but the color codes and the bold title for the sections makes it easy to scan and see, okay, is it for me or not? And here, as opposed to the desktop version, you see that navigation right away before the colors. So if you're looking to find out if it's for you or not, then you see philosophy right away and the rest of the items. So let me show you the blog. And on the mobile also, it looks really nice. Everything from the pictures, the color codes, the typography. You can see that was made by professionals with an idea in mind. So what's just frustrating is when I click on the title though, nothing happens. So you need to click on the plus sign. Okay. So yeah, classic but beautiful. Maybe I would have added a bit more pictures and icons within the body of the text, but for the rest, it's just like the rest of the website. So all in all, very nice mobile experience. So let's try one more, contact. Yep, so that page is very consistent with the rest of the website, very modern, a very modern feel all in all. So I hope that you enjoyed this little tour of movia.be, and that's it for today's episode. So I hope that this video gave you some inspiration for your next project and that you found some value in it, whether in the color-based structure, the subtle animations, or the hover images in the theme section. Now, I'd like to know, what did you personally like or dislike about this website? And do you have other beautiful websites that you'd like to share? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, you can find the companion blog post on my website, kaycinho.com, and I've put a direct link in the description of this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as it really helps growing this channel. And if you know someone that could benefit from it, please share it now because let's face it, there are so many things to do in a day that if you don't do it now, you'll probably forget. Now, if you want to brand, market, and grow your business in the digital age, then make sure you subscribe and smash the notification bell so that you never miss your share of digital alchemy. And if you're interested in tips, tools, services, and case studies that can help you grow your business online, then make sure you subscribe to my email newsletter on my website at kaycinho.com/newsletter. So I hope to see you in the next video, but in the meantime, do you know what time it is? I think you do. It's time to invest
in your success.